So in this video, this is a very important video. I want to get into something really important that hopefully will help you out, give you some ideas that you can actually use to move on to accomplishing the things that you're really trying to accomplish. And so what I got to say to you is that uh, they, there's good reasons why you are stuck and in whatever you're doing, right? If you're playing in the game of business and you're hustling, you're working hard, you're trying to get to the next level, but sometimes it's kind of like climbing Mount Kilimanjaro with um, a bag of weights on your back. Like that's really gonna slow you down. It's gonna tire you out, and you're gonna burn out. All right, so you really want to pay attention and avoid that kind of thing. So uh, the biggie here is that one of the big reasons why you know you might be stuck is simply that you're bogged down in entertainment, right? Like, look at how many distractions there are in a typical week. Like, for me, this week, it's had some great events, but that can also be massive distractions. Like, the Super Bowl, right? Last couple of days. So that could have been a really huge distraction for me. And I'm still gonna go and try to watch some of the game because I didn't actually catch it live, but I saw the result after it was done, and I was very happy about the outcome. I would have been probably just a little bit more happy watching it in real time because there's something special about the game. But that's just one example, right, of what can go on in a typical week. And then, a lot of other things going on during the week. A lot of entertainment, maybe playing a video game, uh, maybe hanging out, maybe having a drink or two, um, maybe, doing some traveling and things like that. So there's a lot of things that uh, you add it all up. In the moment, it might not look like a big thing, like, hey, this is just a football game. Hey, this is just an hour that I'm making that quick trip, or 3 hours. Doesn't seem like much in the context of a week, but you add it up over the course of a month, and all these things, all these entertainments and things that we do could literally end up being like taking up like 40% of your time. Now, that means out of 100 hours, if you had 100 hours over a certain time span to work on becoming the best version of you, that's gonna accomplish the things you're trying to accomplish. But now you just flushed 40 of them hours down the drain. So that's literally reason number one why you might be stuck. And this is a big one. Like, don't take this one um, with the obvious assumption that, oh, I got this, I got this handled, I'm all right, I got this, I know. This is a big one. Now the second one is not nearly as obvious, not nearly as easy to spot, and that's probably makes it even more dangerous. Something you need to. This first one was kind of hard to spot if you're not aware, but if you step back and you bring some self-awareness, some awareness of your situation, you can figure it out. Like, okay, so how much time am I spending here? How much time am I spending there? Like, you can kind of figure it out. This second one um, is much harder to figure out, simply because of that thing that they say that there are some things where you don't know what you don't know. So um, when a dog is barking, you cannot explain to him that he is making noise. Like, that concept doesn't Like the concept doesn't compute in that way. He barks for certain reasons. Making noise or not making noise is not part of the equation. um, Same thing like they say that, you know, you can't tell a fish that he's wet. You know, like when he's swimming in the, whether it's the ocean or the river or the pond, the pool, whatever. You're not gonna tell him because the fish has never been dry in his life. He doesn't know what that like. He doesn't know what you're talking about, right? So there are things like that that happen to us humans as well. One of these, of course, is where language is concerned. Uh, but this becomes obvious to us when, as we grow up, the first time we hear a foreign language. Maybe you turn on the TV and they bring on an interview, some big event happening in a foreign country, and the president of that country opens his mouth to speak, and it's the big thing, so he's on stage. And suddenly you realize this guy is speaking a strange language. What language is that? And maybe you start asking around, you start asking your parents or whoever, what the guy's saying. Or it might happen even sooner, and some strange people come to your school from a different country, and you get up close to them and you hear some strange language that jolts you like, whoa, these people not only look different, they sound different. So that's kind of when you step outside of your norm, outside of your mental zone, your mental picture of the universe, so to speak. So this second thing to get over it that might be keeping you stuck is you have to have that same kind of experience, and that's why people stay stuck in that, because you don't discover that kind of thing typically just naturally all on its own. So here is the thing that's keeping you stuck. That's that second thing, and it's that you're working hard on the things that don't work, and you're not working at all on the things that do work. And you're impatient about the things that work, and you are infinitely patient with the things that don't work. What I mean is this, is if you've been doing what you've been doing for the last 5, 10 years and it hasn't gotten you anywhere, but this year is the year you tell yourself, I'ma do it, and you're still doing the same thing you were doing 5, 10 years ago. And then when somebody comes to you in your life and says, hey, I think you ought to try this. Hey, I'm doing XYZ. I think you ought to try this. Hey, I made 6 figures last year with this. Maybe you ought to try this. And then you look at that thing. It looks like hard work. It looks so much harder than what you're working on for the last 5 years. That's not getting you results. But it's all you know, like the fish in the water. And so you say to this guy or girl, no, I think I'll pass, man. That kind of stuff doesn't work for me. Literally, you are being impatient with the thing that works. You want that should work like by tomorrow for you to even consider it. But the thing that's not not working, that's been keeping you stuck for a long time, you're infinitely patient with. Like you just accept it, like this is life. You just keep on doing the thing that's not working. So this is something to really become aware of, right? Like what are those things that you're doing every day, every year, every week? What are those strategies that you're fully committed to, but they are not getting results and will never get you results? And at the same time, you're completely impatient with all the new things that you should be trying, that are actually gonna work, that the people that are getting the results that you're trying to get are using every day, but you simply refuse to do it because you say like it takes 6 months to start getting results. Like, dude, 6 months of work and it don't get me any results. Oh man, that's huge. You see, that's being too impatient. That's being impatient with the things that work. Of course, the things that work are gonna take work, man. Are gonna take time. It's gonna take hard work, man. It's gonna be hard. It's not gonna be easy. But you're being too impatient with that when that's literally what could literally change your entire business, your entire life, and take you to the next level. So that's all I have for you.